How can you create your dream life and what does it take? And now I'll not share any quick tips because I don't believe in quick tips. I want you to have sustainable, tangible goals and tools that will actually help you. So let's begin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia Salow and I help lightworkers, starseeds, priestesses to become their true self, to step into their power, step into their highest potential and unlock their gifts. And I want to share with you 8 tips on manifesting and living your dream life. So let's begin. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, what can't you live without? And now don't think about any person or something material, but really think in terms of your soul or qualities or abstract things or skills or whatever it is, values. Don't make it about some person or something material. What can't you live without? If there was no one else you had to look up to, ask their opinion, worry about what they think, what would you want to create in your life? What are you truly about? What is so important to you? Because your purpose and your values are already within you. They always have been there. You just need to realize them and commit to them and structure your life around them, to make that purpose visible also for you and other people. So this is the first question. What can't you live without? Also, what are your values and your priorities? And who do you want to become in your life, ultimately? Where is your passion, your inner fire? Where do you truly feel being alive when you think about those things? These are the questions you should ask yourself to really manifest the dream life, because there's no point manifesting something that's not aligned for you. So you need to do that deeper work to really realize what is it that you want. The second question is, what are your fears around doing it? So around doing what came to you in the first question. So what are your fears when you imagine yourself living your dream life, manifesting that life, becoming that version of you that you dream about? What are those fears? Your soul desires will always pull out your fears. They will always, trigger the ego, because you are outgrowing who you had been and you are becoming someone new. You are stepping outside of your comfort zone. Comfort zone is good for a while. You want to stabilize things for a while. But if you are in your comfort zone too long, it equals stagnation, death, decay. It's like the opposite of living. Staying just in your comfort zone out of fear. So you always have to be growing, and to grow, you need to address those fears. So why do you believe you can't have the dream life? What are your fears around it? You need to look at it. You can write them down and address them one thing after another through journaling, doing inner child work, working with your mindset. You can hire a coach. You can just maybe decide that you are ready to let them go. Do whatever it takes, whatever you need. But you need to transform those fears into potential and let yourself do what your soul came here to do. The third tip is to seal your energy leaks. If you don't have enough energy, you'll never be able to break through. You'll never be able to get a momentum. So ask yourself, what is distracting you? What is draining you? What is depleting your energy? And how can you build the energy momentum for yourself? How can you step into that overflow? And most importantly, how can you hold that overflow and just let it keep expanding and expanding? Yes, it may be difficult, but it is possible. You need to have energy to invest it in your dream life. If your energy is like all over the place, if you are energetically connected to everything what's happening around you, you feel depleted, you feel like you don't have that willpower. So you need to call your energy back. When you do, you become magnetic. This is the art of the divine feminine energy. When you are in the energetic overflow, you are naturally magnetic and things are coming to you, and also your manifestations come to you. Sometimes people cannot manifest something because they are all the time in the doing, and doing also means thinking, overanalyzing, worrying. It's the opposite of magnetism. So you need to let yourself also to receive, and you can only receive if you are in the energetic overflow. In the past, I made a video on my YouTube channel on energy leaks, and if you want to go even deeper, you can find a masterclass energy leaks on my website. Now let's go to the next step. Find your inner inspiration. I know there's lots of inspiration all around. I think we are a little bit overwhelmed, but I invite you to look within yourself. Your soul didn't come here without a plan. Your soul knows what it wants to experience and create. You don't need to search for it somewhere outside of yourself. You just need to quiet yourself and go within. And one way how to start getting in touch with your own inspiration is to write yourself a list of all the things you want to do, experience, create in this lifetime. What are the things that you don't want to die without doing, experiencing? And then simply start acting on them. It will create that inner passion. It will move the energy in your life. What are the things that you would regret if you never done them, if you never tried them? This is your inspiration. If it comes from within, it's lasting. You know, it's not about like setting New Year resolution and sticking to it for 2 weeks because it came from someone else. It needs to be from within you. That way, you can keep yourself accountable. You can follow through on those things. You can create that momentum. Because if it's inner inspiration, you don't get like exhausted, burned out, and like, upset that it's not working out. Because you know it comes from the right place and it's exactly what you want to do and experience in this life. The 5th tip on manifesting your dream life is you need to fall in love with focus, discipline, consistency, commitment. All the sexy words, I know. But hear me out. If you don't have consistency, commitment, discipline, and focus, you'll be just like a leaf drifting in the air. You need to focus your energies on something. Yes, in theory, we have infinite energy because we are connected to the source. But you don't have realistically unlimited energy in your day. And if you give your focus to something, it also means saying a no to something else. So you need to choose where you focus it. You also need to develop strong willpower. And the easiest way is to start taking small action and following through on it. Do something that's a little bit challenging but not too much. And just make it happen. Just accomplish it, get it done. You need to be really consistent and committed to your vision and to who you are becoming. So maybe this is an aspect of you that is not so strong, so focus on developing, prioritize it now, because it will help you. You always want to strengthen the weakest aspect of you, so that your whole foundation and your default state can become higher and stronger. So Where do you put your focus? Are you disciplined with the promises you give yourself? Because to create your dream life, you'll likely need lots of it. If it's going to last, you need to have very strong foundation, and for that, you need to be disciplined. You need to be consistent. You need to show up. So focus on setting simple, yet a little bit outside of your comfort zone actions and learn to follow through. Also, if you find yourself procrastinating, this is what you can look at. It either means that it's a wrong goal for you. If you procrastinate on finishing something, maybe it's not for you. Maybe it came from the ego, or because you feel like you have to. But why do you feel you have to? Is it an objective fact? And sometimes it is, like in a job, yes. But sometimes it's just in your head. Another reason why you may procrastinate is because you feel subconsciously that if you finish that thing, if you have written the book, if you got those things done, you would have stepped into your potential. And we are afraid of stepping into our potential. We are used to living in our comfort zones. And so occupying more space and more potential doesn't feel natural. But if you realize it, it can motivate you to step and claim that potential that you had been avoiding by finishing and following through on those things. The next tip on manifesting your dream life is not to share what you are manifesting, what you are working on with wrong people. I think we all understand that. Because people bring their expectations, energies, limiting beliefs, and so on into what you are manifesting. But at the same time, create a circle of good around yourself to support you. So those are people who believe in you and your dream, and they are able to hold that space for you. And I know that many light workers feel lonely, and so you perhaps don't have those people. But maybe you have just one person, so that's your circle of good. It's going to grow. If you literally have no one who can be the cheerleader for your dreams, then you can ask, archangels, you can ask God to hold that space for you. You can ask your higher self, your soul. You can ask your spirit guides. You can also create that circle of good through people online that you feel are inspiring. You can read their books, get into their programs, and so on. You can just create it, within yourself if you actually don't have anyone in your real life in real time. Also important to know when it's good to be a hermit and when you need to step out and deepen relationships with people. If you have supportive people in your life, it's so much easier. It's not like you need it, but we are not here to be isolated. We are not here to be just by ourselves. So start collecting that circle of good. If it's one person, perfect. Be grateful. If it's no one, as I said, it can be someone you have never met in reality. If it's a couple of people, amazing, just choose the right people there. Be sure that they are the right people for you. Okay, the next tip is think long term. Don't focus just on what you want to manifest now, but think how what you are manifesting fits into the vision you have for your life. So you have some kind of overall life vision, and if you don't, it's good to take some time to contemplate what that could be, what that could look like for you, and then see how this manifestation, this dream life fits into it. Maybe it's just a chapter, but still, think in long term. There is no point of trying to go full speed very quickly, get it done, and then burn out, You want to eliminate those cycles, so you also need to know your energy cycle. How does your energy fluctuate? Just look at your past experiences. How long are you able to, hold the energetic momentum? What is your cycle? How long does it take for you before you get back up? How much integration you need? How much action you need? Get to know your cycle. Don't overextend your energy, but don't also wait and procrastinate. When you go slow, but you show up daily and never stop, you'll be faster than most. So you can take simple, small steps, but be consistent with them. It's so much more valuable. It will help you to manifest the dream life much faster than going really quickly, hoping it will work out, and then just there's no foundation, it was built on nothing. So think in that long term. There are no real shortcuts to true success. Be ready to meet your inner resistance. So these are your limiting beliefs, inner child wounding, past life wounding, the ego, emotions, anything of that nature. It's not realistic to think there will be no challenges. It's not about closing your eyes and hoping it will work out, because if you go unprepared and you meet a challenge, you will not know how to navigate it and you end up sabotaging yourself. So you want to know how to truly work through those challenges. Challenges are places where we grow and where we purify ourselves. So challenges are actually good if we approach them as something that makes us stronger and we know how to work with them. You need to learn how to deal with success and failure, because everything is about cycles. Those cycles, they will continue happening. And so you need to become resilient and develop a really strong mindset. And if you want to learn more about, embracing success, embracing challenges, failures, and allowing yourself to be successful and stop sabotaging yourself, I invite you to explore my program, Success Codes. You can find it on my website. But have some system, have some way how you work with that inner resistance. Ideally in the real time as it happens. Don't wait that it will solve itself out. It will not. You need to address it. And you need to be prepared for challenges if you know that when something doesn't go well and you freak out, this is your weak spot and you need to focus on it. You need to develop stronger mindset. I really don't believe in some shortcuts. I think it's about bringing the energy of your soul and your spirit and putting your heart into something that you believe, that comes from within you, and having that vision. And just being in integrity with yourself. It's who you are. It's not about what you can achieve or get quickly. It's about who you choose to be in this lifetime. And yes, you can manifest your dream life. Everyone can. Because what is a dream life for you is different than a dream life of someone else. And it always comes from your soul. So your version of your dream life is in alignment with your soul. But to truly tap into it, you need to remove all those ego illusions from what you think is the dream life. That's why I mentioned it's important to find inner inspiration. It's okay to get inspired if you want to from other people. But first, it has to come from within. That's the directive of your soul. That's where you are headed. You need to wait for that clear sign, not to just look all other places. It's something where you are committing your life force energy to, so it should last. It should come from that strong foundation. And so when you have it, once it truly comes from the soul, it means it wants to be manifested through you. And when it's manifested through you, then you become the highest version of yourself in that process. So when you think about your dream life, don't think about, who you want to be with and what kind of house, cars, whatever material possessions you want to have. it's not important. I know it matters a lot to the ego, but it is actually not important. It's about who you are on the inside. This way you make it lasting. This is how you find that lasting passion and fire. And it comes from within you. It's so much more powerful than chasing some flashy images and quick solutions. This is what children do. You are a leader. You are leading yourself. And so think in the long term. Don't give your power away to some trendy things. Be your own person. Get in touch with who you are and what you truly want. And then, yes, you can manifest it. If you have that focus, discipline, consistency, and commitment, it's really important. And you have those tools to deal with limiting beliefs. Failure, it's a part of it. It's okay that it happens, it's part of nature, it's part of cycles, it's part of duality. But you need to learn how to deal with those moments. Once all is there, of course you can manifest it. But maybe you need to strengthen your willpower or something else. So I invite you to really honestly look at what you need to strengthen and commit yourself to it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel to receive more videos in the future, and like this one and share it with your friends, and I see you next time.